You read the title. Let's get into it. How to have unlimited energy to grow your business. Now, we're at 20 daily videos, y'all. I've uploaded a video a day for 20 days straight. I mean, that's pretty cool. They say it takes, 21 days to build a habit, one more day, and I built a habit of daily posting. And in terms of podcasts, I think the top 1% of podcasts have at least 20 uploads. So I still got to get myself on Spotify and Apple Music and whatnot in terms of podcasts, but we're in the 1%, at least volume wise. So hooray. Now, people might ask themselves, actually, I know they ask, how are you doing this? Like, how are you uploading a video every single day? Like, don't you have a life? Like, don't you run out of ideas? How are you so consistent? What the hell is going on? There's a very specific reason I'm able to show up like this continually. One is my values, okay? I value business, I value family, I value teaching, I value wealth creation. YouTube allows me to carry out both business and teaching. So it aligns with my values to simply do this. Now, when you're doing what you care about and you're doing what you value, you get extra energy, you get a life force, you get attention, you get discipline. You know, so many people ask themselves, well, how do I be disciplined? Well, you need to be disciplined about the things you don't like. You can consistently do the things that you value. So people who go to the gym and are like gym trainers and love going to the gym, they're like, everyone else is lazy. No, you just love going to the gym, but you're lazy with your business, for instance. Like, you don't want to follow up with people or whatever. So you're lazy in that regard, but you love the gym and you're disciplined there. So I'm disciplined with YouTube because it fits in my values. So if you want to have more energy, besides doing the regular stuff like sleeping and eating better, because you can sleep well and eat better and still not have high levels of energy if you're doing something you dislike. You could have got all the sleep in the world and then go play cricket and you hate cricket, so you have no energy for it. Like, my wife, right, will be like, oh, we're going to go here and we're going to go shopping. And I'll be shopping and I'm like, I don't have energy for this. And I'm just tired during the shopping because I don't really want to shop. And she's Gemini, so she needs to look at all the options and whatnot. Here's the thing. I like spending time with my wife, but I don't like shopping. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have energy for that. But then I come back home after I was so tired on the road and boom, hop up, press record on my camera and have all the energy in the world. And she's like, what the hell? I thought you were tired. Not anymore, apparently. Right now, it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning. Do I seem tired to you? No, I have a life force to do this because it's within my values. If you don't know your values, get my value finder tool. Link is in the description below for that. Secondly, if you want unlimited energy to grow your business, it needs to be purpose driven. It's not enough for you to just be like, I want to get famous or I want to get rich. You'll do all kinds of stuff to do that if that's all you care about. Like, people who just want to get rich, they might scam people, right? Or people who just want to get famous, they do dumb shit and they get famous. But people who have a purpose and a mission and a vision for the world, they go about carrying out a different path. And you'll see their growth over time and see how they serve people over time. I am so driven to put my vision into the world that I've built a mission for it. And when you're on a mission, you complete the mission. You keep going. When you are purpose driven, you handle all the negativity that comes with your purpose. And you don't have a fantasy about it either. You understand, like, okay, some people, they get on YouTube and they have a fantasy about becoming famous. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to put out 2 videos. I'm going to be famous. You have a fantasy. That's not how things operate. On the other hand, people have tremendous amounts of fear and they're like, oh no, I can't do it. It's not going to be good. People aren't going to watch it. You know, they're going to skip it over. They're going to leave bad comments, and they have fear and they don't act. But when you have purpose, it doesn't matter what's good or what's bad. You act. And if you have kids, you know this, because once you have a purpose, it is something bigger than you. It is something bigger than you that you have dedicated yourself to. So if you have kids, you'll understand this, because there is difficulty with raising children, but there's tons of upside with raising children. And the purpose is in the middle. Despite the downsides of raising children, you still do it. You don't give up, right? You're not in fantasy land where things get hard, you give up. You keep going because you have purpose, because your children, it's greater than you. It's about something greater than you. And I always tell people, if you live in the developed world and you have the opportunities to have upward economic mobility, and you are not able to do that at all, most of the time, it is because you're too selfish. If you want more energy, be less selfish and figure out what you can do for other people in the world that aligns with your values and creates purpose for you. You have to understand, you don't want this to be an uphill battle, even though it is an uphill battle. But you welcome the battle. You welcome it. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you, oh, just feel all the happy feelings of what it would feel like to have what you want. I used to do that, and there is a level of that is true. But I don't want to sell you a dream. If you want unlimited energy, you need to do something that is beyond you, beyond your own little selfish desires. You need an astronomical vision. If you have an astronomical vision, you will get astronomical energy. Mr. Beast, he's the biggest YouTuber in the world. It's astronomical vision. He said, I want to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. He has tons of energy to do what he does. And people are like, oh, but his health and oh, his mental health and all these things. That's not how you're supposed to live life. What, to be the biggest YouTuber and to just make all this money? His vision was to be the biggest YouTuber in the world and entertain as many people in the world as he could. He has a vision now to create ethical chocolate and fight big chocolate who is exploitative. And he wants to demonstrate that you can be profitable selling ethical chocolate. That's a vision. He's going to have energy for it, and it's beyond him. Yeah, it's going to get him paid, but it's about more than that. The people who make the most money think about what other people need. People get mad at billionaires, like, oh, billionaires shouldn't exist, and billionaires are this, and billionaires are that. One, billionaires are just less charged on things than you are. And two, billionaires have provided service to the world, and they took energy to do it, and they had more energy than you to do it because they had purpose. Because they were doing what they valued. They were doing what they cared about. That's really the secret to unlimited energy, guys. You can try and biohack your way through everything. Look at Chris Williams. Chris Williams is dealing with, I don't know if you guys watch his podcast. It's called Modern Wisdom. Great podcast. Chris Williams, for the last year or so, has been dealing with Lyme disease and mold poisoning and brain fog and all these sorts of problems. Yet he shows up on his podcast and you would never know he has those problems. You would never know. Why? Because when he's on the podcast, he's purpose driven. You get life force from the divine power and it moves through you and you get unlimited energy where people wonder, how the hell are you doing this? One of my old clients in the music industry, his name was Frie. Some of you might know him. Frie would come to the studio every single day. He wanted to record every single day. All on Christmas, the man called me to see if I would go to the studio and record. Frie had a vision of being a massive artist and making people feel good and be happy with his music. And the craziest thing happened. Frie gave a USB drive to a limo driver one day. And that limo driver was picking up Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin's a big producer, okay? Metro Boomin heard the music on that USB and he thought it was great, but he left it in the limo. And that same day, that limo driver went and picked up, guess who? Floyd Mayweather. Money Team Floyd Mayweather. And the limo driver happened to play the USB stick in the car while Floyd was in there. And Floyd said, "Who is this?" And the limo driver goes, "Well, his contact's on the USB." So Floyd Mayweather starts calling Frie. And he's calling him. And Free is the type of guy, like, I don't recognize this number. I'm picking this up. But it's calling him. So he picked up and he said, "Yo, this is Floyd Mayweather. And I want to meet you. I'm in town for Caravana." And Free is like, "Yo, what? Like, this can't be real." He's like, "Nah, man." And he met him. And he called me the next day. Free called me the next day. And he goes, "Yo, Seth, I need to get in the studio. My life is about to change. I need to get in the studio." I'm in goosebumps talking about this shit. And I go to the studio. Free pops in. He goes, "Yo, life's about to change. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow." Tomorrow. I'm like, "Why?" It's like, "Yo, Floyd Mayweather wants to link up with me and help out my career and whatnot." I was like, holy shit. We record a record called Money Team. Money Team gets millions of streams. Money Team was Floyd Mayweather's song during the Conor McGregor fight, which was huge. Huge. I recorded that song. I mixed that song. I was part of history through that song. All because one man had such a inspired vision and mission and purpose of being an artist that it affected so many people, and the universe divinely configured things for him to be heard by millions of people. He was never tired. He had unlimited life force to make music because he valued it and he cared about it. So if you want unlimited energy, that's what you need to do. And when you show up with unlimited energy, you get aura and you get magnetism and you're inspiring, and that draws other people to you. So if you want to learn how to do that, how to develop your aura, develop your magnetism, develop your personal magnetism and attraction that draws people in and gets you the right clients. If you're making content on social media, or you have something to offer people, or you know you can help people, but it's simply not hidden because you're not being potent enough with who you are, and you're not in that perfect stream of spirit, mind, and body connecting through the camera and hitting people with life force energy, then you can join my Aura Academy cohort, which is something I'm running in January, which is going to help you and teach you how to do this. So the wait list is in the link in the description below, and you can join that. But ultimately, if you want unlimited energy, guys, I'm just very spirited about this talk right now. Okay, this is video 20. If you want unlimited energy, know your values and have some, and you need to be going for something bigger than you. A lot of people can't be great, can't be consistent, can't earn more because their vision is too small. They're like, oh, I just want to serve two people. Okay. You'll be two people rich. Some people have the vision to put man on Mars. Some people have the vision to serve the world with products. Some people have the vision to let everyone have clean drinking water. What's your vision? And whatever it is, make it bigger. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Peace.